we've got some very interesting behavior happening right now. So we've got one lion in the tree, two to the left. Now that isn't the interesting behavior. Have a look right between the two lions that you can see. You'll see there's a little bit of movement back in the background. There's a rhino, and these cubs and this rhino has been chasing each other backwards and forwards. With them being young, they're still inquisitive. They're learning what they can. And God, there comes a rhino chasing them. The one cub's quite lucky it's in the tree, but is it high enough in the tree? I think that rhino, if it had to swat up, would be able to reach that cub. The cubs know that they're not under too much pressure from this young rhino. We've only seen one rhino. I haven't seen a second one. So maybe this is a rhino that's recently been kicked out from its mother, so probably around 4 years or so. And these, there they go. See, the moment the rhino turns around, they come up from behind. They know that the rear end of the rhino is the weak side, and that's the side that they want to be. The moment the rhino turns around and exposes its horn towards them, that's the danger side. That's the side they want to avoid. And then they run off again. So I don't know if this rhino is also playing with them, or if it's just really wanting to come down and drink and trying to chase these lions away so it can drink. Lisa, it is most certainly wild. I mean, we've got a lion in a tree, which is, okay, with this pride quite usual, but not a common sight. But to watch lions busy chasing a rhino around, and particularly lions of only a year old, is so spectacular. And I think if the adults were here, they wouldn't be involved at all. They know it is a waste of time. This play/curiosity that these cubs are doing is quite typical for youngsters. I haven't seen it very often with rhino, so this is very exciting. I'm hoping that rhino does come out a little bit more into the open. I can't see it anymore. I think it's just gone behind the thicket.
Right behind the middle line.
Okay. Marcel says he can see the rhino. It's right behind that middle line. It is getting quite dark here, so it is quite difficult for me to see. Oh, there we go. I can just see it. There we go. There it comes. That is a white rhino. I think if it was a black rhino, these lions would tend to be a little bit more aggressive than white rhino. You can see when the rhino lifts its head up, you can see that flat lip, which will let me know that it's a white rhino, but it's also got a very long neck and long face, which a black rhino doesn't have. One of the cubs has decided it is time to come and have a drink, and will probably, once it's finished drinking, head straight back up and continue on with their fun and games with this rhino. This is so awesome. You can actually hear the cub busy lapping away. So I posed a question to the viewer this morning to see if any of them knew exactly how many mils a lion can lap up, because I have been unable to find it. And someone said that they're not sure about lions, but they know that a domestic cat can lap about 0.1 mils per lap. A lion being about 50 times bigger than a domestic cat means that maybe mathematically, if we look at it from a mathematical point of view, maybe each and every single lap that the lion's tongue does laps up about 5 mils. But who knows? I don't know. Tim, it is most certainly one feisty rhino. I am very surprised that the rhino has kept coming back. That's why I'm not sure if it's the rhino sort of being playful with the lions. That is, it wouldn't be usual behavior, and rhinos interacting playfully with other animals isn't very normal, at least with adults. I have seen young... Ooh, if you listen to that, there's some more rhinos fighting off in the distance. That's what these two are busy listening to. So maybe what has happened is that this young rhino that we with has been kicked out recently, and in the time that it's disappeared has maybe gone back into the direction where mom was, and she just chased it away again. I'm not sure if you could hear it, but it was definitely a rhino fighting with another rhino. Oh! Oh, the one lion just fell out of the tree, and the other's got quite a big fright. There we go, listen. can hear the rhinos busy fighting. You can hear branches breaking, but you occasionally hear that sound that rhinos make when they fight, with a bit of in between.
Just see the rhino.
Okay, so that's very interesting. So we can just see the rhino now. So the rhinos that we heard fighting off to the right is not this one having gone back to its mother. So maybe there's a male busy interacting with a female there, or another male, and this one has moved off to the side.
I'm going to change to IR.
Alright, so we're going to quickly be changing over to the IR camera. It is starting to get just a little bit too dark. So that's why you'll see the color will go a little bit greeny gray. Which has given us much better visuals and clearer view, and hopefully we can see that rhino again. You can see these lions aren't quite sure what to do. I can see the rhino, it's coming back. Oh, this is going to get exciting. They're a little bit nervous. You can see that they've put themselves behind the tree. They want to play, but they're a little bit worried about getting injured. Looking at the horn of this rhino hasn't been dehorned yet, so, which tells me that it's still quite a young rhino, recently been kicked out. So it does have a bit of a horn to defend itself, which could wound any of these 5 youngsters. But they're very quick and nimble, and much quicker than the rhino, and should be able to keep out of way of that weapon that the rhino has. Oh, not sure what happened there. That you can hear them busy contact calling with each other. Oh, the rhino's coming back from the side. Seems like that rhino does not want to give up at all. Right, well, I'm very interested to see what happens. So I'm going to stick around for a bit. Maybe try to see if we can get a slightly better view of both the rhinos and the lions. And while I do that, let's head over to the feeding lions at Duma.